I remember sitting at my desk one night, drained from another 10-hour shift, mindlessly checking my investment app like it was some ritual. I'd been doing everything right, investing into the S&P 500 dollar cost averaging, maxing my IRA, all the classic advice. But that night I finally asked the question I'd been avoiding. How long until this actually pays me enough to live on? So, I punched in the numbers. How long until I could earn $3,200 a month in dividends? Enough to cover life without needing a boss? The answer, 51 years. That's not financial freedom. That's a countdown to retirement in a nursing home. That's when it hit me. I wasn't investing for freedom. I was investing for a future I might not even get to enjoy. And here's the crazy part. Most people are doing the exact same thing, following a plan that's technically smart but painfully slow. So what if there's a faster way? What if you could reach $3,200 per month in dividend income in less than 20 years, starting with as little as $10 a day? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how that's possible. We'll look at a smarter, more intentional dividend strategy, built not just to grow your portfolio, but to grow your income. I'll walk you through the real numbers, the real stocks, and at the end, show you a side-by-side breakdown that makes the traditional path look like a financial treadmill. No fluff, just a blueprint for turning small steps into freedom. Decades faster than you've been told. Let's get into it. The harsh truth about the S&P 500. $3,200 a month? Yeah, in 51 years, if you're lucky. Let's talk about the plan most people are on. The S&P 500. It's the darling of personal finance blogs and retirement planners everywhere. And listen, I'm not here to bash it. It's a solid long-term strategy if your only goal is to die with a big net worth. But if your goal is to live off your investments, actually use your money while you're still young enough to enjoy it, then the S&P 500 might be the slowest possible path. Here's why. The average dividend yield on the S&P 500 is about 2.5%. That means for every $100 you invest, you're getting $2.50 in cash back each year. It's something, but not much. So if your goal is $3,200 a month in dividend income, that's $38,400 a year. To earn that from the S&P 500, you'd need a portfolio worth over $1.5 million just for the income, not net worth, usable monthly cash. Now let's say you start with nothing and you invest $10 a day into the S&P 500. That's about $3,650 per year. You reinvest every dividend. You don't miss a day, you do it right. By year 10, your portfolio might reach $75,000. By year 20, around $288,000. By year 30, $891,000. You finally cross the finish line after 51 years sitting on around $2.5 million. And that's when you'll start pulling in roughly $3,200 a month in dividends. That's the math. It works. But it's excruciatingly slow. Why? Because the S&P 500 wasn't built to generate income. It was built for price appreciation, stock values going up over time. And while that grows your net worth, it doesn't do much to help you quit your job or cover your rent this year. It's like being a millionaire on paper, but still living paycheck to paycheck. And that's where most investors get stuck. They think growing a portfolio automatically means growing income. But the two aren't the same, not even close. The S&P 500 builds wealth, but it doesn't build freedom, not the kind you can actually use. And if you're trying to build a life of options, not just someday, but soon, you're going to need a strategy that puts income first. Because 51 years? That's a sentence, not a plan. What if there was a shortcut? Not a gimmick, not crypto, just a better design. So here's the question. What if you could still hit that $3,200 per month income goal, but in under 20 years instead of 51? What if instead of waiting until retirement age, you could start buying back your time while you're still young, healthy, and hungry for life? This isn't about hacks or hype. It's not crypto, it's not day trading, and it's definitely not luck. It's about building a smarter income engine, one that's actually designed to create cash flow, not just inflate your net worth on paper. And the secret is this. You don't need $1 million portfolio. You need a compounding machine, a dividend portfolio that combines just three things: a solid starting yield, strong dividend growth, and reinvested income that keeps accelerating year after year. It's not sexy. It's not flashy. It's fast where it matters. And it works with amounts anyone can manage, like $10 a day. That's where this changes everything, how compounding really works with real numbers. Let's take $10 a day and build something powerful. Let's build this thing out. You start with $10 a day. That's about $3,650 a year. You put it into a portfolio with an average dividend yield of 3.21%, and you reinvest every dividend. Year 1, you invest your $3,650. You earn roughly $117 in dividends. Doesn't seem like much, right? But here's the magic. You don't spend it. You use it to buy more shares. That's more ownership, more power. Year 2, you've got more shares now, so your dividends go up. Maybe it's $135 this time. Again, reinvest it, more shares. Year 3, your dividend income is now around $155. Still small, but if you look closely, something's starting to happen. You didn't add any more than $10 a day, but your money is working overtime. Every new share you buy earns you more dividends, which buy more shares, which earn even more dividends. And on it goes. At first, it feels slow, almost too slow, but then something clicks, and you realize this isn't linear, it's exponential. This is the part most investors never stick around long enough to see. But once you do, it changes everything. You stop chasing quick wins. You start building a system, and suddenly $10 a day feels like the most powerful move you've ever made. Building the dividend engine. This isn't chasing high yield, it's smarter than that. Now, this is where most people mess it up. They hear dividends and immediately go hunting for the highest yields they can find. 7%, 10%, even more. But here's the truth. High yield doesn't always mean high quality. In fact, the highest yielders are often the riskiest. Companies in trouble, stocks with falling prices, payouts they can't sustain, and when that dividend gets cut, so does your entire plan. So what you really want is balance. We're building a machine, not a lottery ticket. Here's the formula. Dividend, yield. This is how much cash your investment throws off each year. We're targeting around 3% to 4% to start. Not too low, not dangerously high. Dividend growth. This is the secret sauce. If a company consistently raises its dividend, your income grows automatically, even if you never add another dollar. Some of our portfolio picks are growing payouts at 10 to 25% per year. Payout ratio. This tells you how much of a company's profit is being used for dividends. We want this under 60%. It shows the company has room to grow and won't slash your income during tough times. Diversification. No one industry runs forever. So we spread our bets. Finance, healthcare, consumer goods, even real estate. That gives us stability across market cycles. Here's how this looks in action. Our custom-built dividend portfolio includes SCHD, a rock-solid ETF with a 3.8% yield and double-digit dividend growth. AGM, a financial stock with massive 25% dividend growth. IP, a global fragrance brand, flying under the radar but growing quietly and consistently. Morgan Stanley, big finance, strong brand, rising payouts. BBV, a healthcare powerhouse that keeps delivering, even in down markets. Together, this mix gives us an average 3.21% dividend yield, 18.56% dividend growth, and 13.69% annual price appreciation. This is the engine, and it's not theory, it's math. The $3,200 goal, faster. Same goal, less than half the time. So how fast does this actually get you to $3,200 a month in dividends? Let's run the numbers. You're investing $10 a day. That's $3,650 a year, just like before. With the traditional S&P 500 route, we saw it takes 51 years to reach $3,200 per month in income. But with this smarter dividend portfolio, year 1, $3,650 invested. Year 5, portfolio grows to $25,797. Year 10, $85,768. Year 15, $234,943. Year 20, $634,925. What? And here's the magic. This portfolio now pays you $41,126 per year in dividends. That's $3,427 a month. Goal achieved. Not in 51 years, in 20. Same $10 a day, same consistent investing. But because we've built the machine for income, not just growth, it gets you there decades faster, because now we're not just talking about bigger numbers, we're talking about buying back your time, your freedom, your mornings, your weekends. This isn't about getting rich, it's about getting control, and you don't need to wait a lifetime to have it. Build income, buy time. You don't just build wealth, you build choices. Let me ask you something. Picture two versions of your future. In one, you're 75 years old. You've followed the traditional path. You've got a 7-figure portfolio, but you're still working. Not because you want to, but because you have to. Maybe inflation's higher than expected. Maybe your portfolio isn't throwing off enough income. Maybe retirement feels more like survival. Now picture the other version. You're in your 40s or 50s. You're not rich by Wall Street standards, but your investments are quietly paying you over $3,200 a month, every month. You're not worried about the market's daily moves. You're not begging for a raise. You're living on your terms, taking time off, saying yes to things that matter, saying no without fear. That's the power of building income, not just wealth. Because when your portfolio pays you, it's not just money, it's freedom units. Every dollar of dividend income is a little bit of time you've bought back. And the faster you build it, the sooner you stop trading hours for paychecks. This isn't about getting ahead. It's about getting free. Don't just watch, act. You've seen the numbers. Now decide. Wait 51 years or take control today. So now the decision's in your hands. You can wait half a century hoping the market hands you freedom. Or you can design it, starting now. If you got value from this video, hit that like button. It helps more people break out of the slow lane. Drop a comment below. Would you rather wait 51 years for income or hit $3,200 per month in 20? And if you're serious about building a life on dividends, subscribe and check out the next video where we break down how to scale this to $70,000 per month with the exact portfolio structure and timelines. This is Dividend Hustle. I'm Mark, and this is how we stop working for money and make money work for us. See you in the next one.